Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk about body language, non-verbal communication, that is. We talk relationships, game, everything in between. Let's talk game, yeah? She craves your attention. Attention is a currency in her world. It's a fine currency, because the moment she doesn't receive it, she is diminished to near to nothing. A woman is a social being, and the moment she is ostracized from society, which generally isn't the case, she will stumble. Unlike the man who is naturally independent, so approach this in the sense of divine balance, yin and yang. And what comes with the yin, the feminine, is the vice versa to the yang, the masculine. And the masculine is independence, whereas the feminine is cohesion. She craves your attention. And when she doesn't get your attention, she finds somebody else's attention. If you are in a relationship and you don't give that woman the attention at the right time, in the right concentration, in the right manner, she'll find it elsewhere. I'll throw a curveball out there and say, if you are doing the deed and showing that woman in that relationship the utmost attention in the sexual realm, you're in a relationship and you're giving her everything she needs within that realm, but as far as societally speaking, as far as friendship, as far as lovey-dovey boyfriend, you're not doing so, then don't get too surprised or jealous when she happens to friend zone a couple of attractive men around her. And by friend zone, she keeps them within that realm and garners that particular style of attention she doesn't receive from you that she craves so much. The masculine approval. That's not to say that the masculine doesn't crave and desire the feminine approval tenfold, right? That's not the case, but don't be surprised if she friend zones these men. She's not engaging in sexual acts because that attention she has already got and she is fulfilled. But it gives her purpose and reason to just receive and garner. Best friends, he's my bestie. You know that he wants to shag her, come on. Of course. Have you been there? You know that he wants to. So, how do you balance this? You have to walk a fine line. It varies from person to person, to situation, to dynamic to dynamic. If you're in a group of people, if you're in a group of 5 men and 1 woman, come on. Everybody, slyly trying to run game and get her attention, and she's garnering the attention from all these men. But what happens when you don't give her it? She picks up on that. She understands that. I'm not interested in you. Why is he not interested in me? Why are you as a man more interesting to her because you don't give her attention in comparison to the 5 men who are spitting different game at her? You feel me? You've spent so long looking good today. You have such an emphasis on looking good because you know in your realm that's your superpower. What's between your legs can manipulate any man of any age, of any wealth, of any position. So you prioritize that, but as far as what you are concerned of with men, that generally isn't the case. There's so many different factors of what a woman finds attractive in a man. So considering that essentially is your forte, looking good and being evidently fantastic in the realms of physical sexuality and aesthetic. You emphasize that, so if you've spent all that time focusing on that throughout your entire life, and I speak to you like you're just a brick wall, motionless. Yeah, you alright? Yeah, blah de blah de blah, blah de blah. This is some pimp game right about here. I devalue everything you have ever put value in because I don't value it. So it's up to you how you act from here on. Are you going to try and sell yourself to me? To garner my validation? It's deep-rooted game if you're going to look into the psychoanalysis of her relationship with her father and how you give her a lack of connection and approval and validation, and that links to how she craved for daddy's attention, but that's another story. Will we ever touch on that on this channel? Who knows? If you keep in touch, we might delve into the deeper game. That's the real game. But she looks at you and she starts to smile. Smiling is a submissive act. Evolutionarily speaking, our ancestors, to us, smiling is a submissive act. We've spoken on this. In the face of your still, resolute, stoic demeanor and face, and that represents the masculine in relation to the feminine, the dominant in front of the submissive. So whereas most men are throwing themselves under the bus to try and appease this woman for her attention, you have turned it upside down. You flipped the script. It's magnetic. Opposites attract. Opposites connect and stick. Opposites create energy between them from doing so with their polar opposites. The polarization of who we are brings us closer, doesn't push us apart. I could be dressed the same as a woman. I could be the same height as a woman. I could be aesthetically everything that woman is. But as far as my actions, my behaviors, my principles, and my understanding of self, the masculine and the feminine always comes together. Apply that metaphorically when we say the masculine and the feminine comes together. The be all and end all, the perfect finale, the procreation of life, and it continues. One of the finest currency, the equivalent of jewels and gold in her existence, is attention. When you give her attention and pull it away, you will send her mind into a spiral. Not in a manipulative sense, but in a realistic sense. Because you, as the dominant figure, as the father figure, as the role model, as the leader, the moment you stop reciprocating, given she is acting up, that absence creates a void, which is the most ruthless of punishment in her realm. She knows how valuable attention is. So when you redirect the attention you were giving her to the next woman, she's gonna react, and she's gonna try to get you back at concentrating on her. This is a game of economics. And before we delve into the realm of what's harsh to say and what's not harsh to say, this applies to men as well. Women do this to men and know about this to men all the time. Come on. Do you not think the idea of attention and concentration and effort is not a factor in the relation of the woman's perspective to the man? It applies everywhere. Social media. You're that guy in her inbox. I've been that guy in the inbox, trust me. You're that guy in the inbox talking to themselves, man. How many messages are you going to send before you offer? In a bit. Unfollowed. I'm not going to block you. There's no hard feelings. I understand you. But I don't need you in my space if you're going to disrespect me like that, because I know my value and I'm not going to be that guy. And she's going to think he's not messaged me in some time. Or she's going to continue following you, and then she's going to feel so stupid when she realizes you've unfollowed her. She's going to feel so stupid because she knows she's been following you for so long, giving you her hard-earned attention. And trust me, she sees you. She's on her phone scrolling, wasting her life away more than the next man. She just doesn't let it be known. I'm going to have to rid of you because if you're not responsive, sorry about that. In a bit. And that's some game. Click like and subscribe because I'm uploading every day. With that being said, I got 2 links in the description. One's my catalogue of body language. It's a YouTube playlist of how to read people through their non-verbal behaviours, over 220 videos. Second to that's the Patreon, where you'll watch real life dating footage with me. I'll break down the attraction body language, the repulsion body language. You'll apply that in your day-to-day life because it's hardwired within all of us. That's the real game. I'm signing out. Peace.